In today's lab, I'm going to talk about what the generative AIs were originally designed for, which is essentially analyzing works of text. I gave a demonstration on how to take a series of actual research information and blend that into a blog article or a newsletter article. We also checked to see if using this technique, if the words that are generated are detectable as being artificial intelligence generated as opposed to written by a human, which takes us to the phrase, don't do what I do what I say. Right? And in this case, it's like, don't use what I give you, use what I meant. And they're being trained to do this. So there's a lot of human feedback in the training sets around processing poor translations or poor transcriptions. And there's also a lot of data in a thing where it's like, take these extensive, dense, hard to understand scientific papers, research things, articles, and turn that into something that is readable by an average human, as opposed to an expert in that particular industry. Blogs, books, articles. I mean, there's a lot of people that are using AI to write newsletters and blogs, or just anything you like. If you want to write something on here, I will literally just do this right now. Please read Article 1, Article 2, Article 3, and give me a robust blog article that discusses how to properly grow apples in the backyard. Okay, so now there's the basic prompt. Let's just hop over here and we will do a quick search. Here's a nice Home Depot article. So now I'm just going to take this one, and I'm just going to drag this down. I'm just going to select the whole thing, copy that, come over here. We'll call that Article 1. Now, if I was actually writing the article, I would have also saved off the name, like the citation stuff, like the name of the article, the author of the article, when it was written, when I downloaded it, and the URL, right? Because that's how you do citations. So let's take a look here. So if you look, I just copied and paste. I haven't edited. Where the images are, it's just kind of weird formatting. Is we're using our square brackets with the beginning and ending tagging to very clearly delineate the articles beginning and ending, right? So that separates them from the stuff. So if you just understand that one basic principle, you put what you want to be analyzed inside some tags, and then give it some very specific instructions that says, okay, read what's in the side of the tag, and then give me something, and focus it. So it's like, how to properly grow apples in the backyard. I could have said how to properly grow apples in a vineyard, how to properly manage an apple vineyard, right? So I would actually get very different articles depending on how you focus it. So you make sure you always ask, you give the direction, write me something. Always give it something very specific to target. So, but you take this and we just copy this, and we come over here and we'll go over to Mr. Claude, and I'll just hit paste and I'll click on go. Right, so that has the 3 articles. Now remember, because this is a random word slot machine, or a dictionary slot machine, or a bag of words random generator, these words are not going to be copy and pasted from those articles. These words will have specific references from those articles, but it will not actually have any direct quotes. But here is a nice little article that is a pretty decent summary of that informational content, right? So this is literally what these things were built to do. Let's just take this. Hold on here. So I'm just going to copy this. So I'm just going to take this. I'm going to come over here to ChatGPT, and we'll use ChatGPT 4. And I'll say, please read article and analyze it to determine how much of it may have been written by a generative AI. And hit enter. Based on the provided article, it is challenging to definitively determine whether it was written by a generative AI or a human. The content is well structured, coherent, and provides useful information on growing apples in one's backyard. However, there are some factors to consider. Content and structure, which is typical of both well-written human articles with advanced AI outputs. In conclusion, so it goes through and it says there's no errors. Or the content is structured closely, mirrors existing articles or sources. It might suggest it was written by an AI or written. So everything in here is like it was suggested, or it's typical of a either well-written article or an AI output. In conclusion, while the article is well written and informative, there's no definitive evidence from the text to determine its origin. It could have been written by a knowledgeable human or by an advanced AI like GPT-4. Oh, it gave itself a pat on the back. Good GPT-4, right? So there you go. GPT-4 can't determine if that was written by an AI or thing. Now, the reason that this article actually came out undetectable, I'll say, is because I gave it 3 sample articles all on the same topic. So I gave it 3 input articles, and basically it analyzed them, sorted them together, and then gave me the written article. So it had a lot of focus. Right, so this is how you can do newsletters. I'm just letting you know. It's like I hate writing newsletters. I hate doing things like, oh, this is how to do this. It's like, okay, because the way I do it is I go search on Google, I look it all up, or read the articles, and then I try and mimic, what I just learned. Okay, so this is what these things are designed to do. This is well they've been trained. So we're just literally using it the way for the purpose they were intended in the first place. It's not plagiarism if you cite the source, if you cite the origin and you use more than one, right? So I mean that has been the rule for hundreds of years in the academic world. And the thing is if you're using this to give you your initial output and create that, and which you then go through and edit, please go through and edit. Let's do this ethically. So you use it like we're using it to generate works of fiction. We use it to generate the initial words, and then we go through and tweak it and edit it and make it in our own voice. Then there's absolutely nothing. I have no issues whatsoever with them saying it down at the bottom. Okay, references, like, thank you so very much for spending this time with us to go through this. This is our very stereotypical lab. We do these things 8 times a week at the Future Fiction Academy, where coaches and the members go through some specific topics on how to use some of these systems. If you're interested, there could be additional videos are there or someplace or linked in the description. Do like and subscribe. We really appreciate your time, and thank you so very much. We'll be seeing you in labs.